Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me, as always, is the ever so fantastic co-host, Crystal Morenzi. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
I love when you make it super awkward like that.
I know.
Good morning, Dino. I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Super great. Thanks for asking, Crystal. I know you do, and that's specifically what I did. I saw one of our videos where I was like, good morning and welcome to Morning Motivation. I was like, wow, that is just depressing. So even if I'm not having a great day, I'm like, it's awesome to be alive because fuck it. Yeah.
Well, really.
You know, that's the kind of the thing, though, right? Like right now, things are so insane that it's kind of just like, it's gonna happen, whatever, man. Like, I can't stop it at this point. Like, there's no point. Like, things that we were like, that's impossible. There's no way that's true. Is be proven true. Stories were like, wow, you know, at least that's resolved. Completely unresolved. We forecast and be like, well, I'm sure it'll be taken care of by then. It's not taken care of by then. And now, and the best part is that we keep on seeing how, like, yesterday, people are like, oh, there's a new, there's an increase in the amount of people with COVID in Ontario. We might all die. And then the news the next day is like, things are looking up. And you're saying, going, whoa. You have been telling us now that we're heading into a second wave, possibly, because...
Send your kids to school.
Which, you know what? I posted this under CP24, which is odd because I always give CP24 shit because that's the news that I listen to. Like, I watch CP24, I like CP24, but I hold them to a higher standard. So when they post some stupid shit, I'm like, you are posting propaganda, take this shit down and start doing your goddamn job. And they recognize me as a top fan. And I'm like, really? Okay, sure, that's fine. Thank you, I guess.
Sometimes you gotta call somebody out on their shit in order for them to respect you.
Well, so I posted, well, the funny thing is they were saying how now there's a big controversy. I'm not sure if you've, you've been babysitting stuff, so you may have heard some of this stuff, was that there are these limitations where it's like you had to accept or not accept if you were sending your kids back to school or if you're going to homeschool them or what was going to happen by a certain date. And they were like, you know, when people are worried because there are a few start dates because people are going to be displaced, and I'm going, you know what? In all honesty, it's 2020. If a kid comes to school and goes, you know what? I'm going to do the rest of my classes via online at home, midday, that should be accommodated. I'm sorry, it's 2020. Get over it. You know what? Install cameras in every room. If somebody wants to, boom, I can watch the lecture right there. I can say my piece. No, I'm sorry. You have to now. We are no longer. This is no longer a fight with regards to people's rights as workers and things like that. No, we're saying that there's a flaw in all of these systems, a internal, like a significant, principled foundation flaw that we are not acknowledging whatsoever, and we need to just fuck off with our opinions for a while and actually fix shit. Because this is, I was talking about this with somebody, was the reason that, like, we had the mayor of Toronto was Rob Ford for a while, who passed away, but he did do some incredible things, and essentially as soon as he died and was out of office, it was immediately flipped back because he tried to lower people's wages and stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. Now, the funny part was that the reason why, my belief that people really liked him was specifically because if you said, hey, there's a street light out in this neighborhood, normally politicians are like, oh, well, we're going to have a committee to see who's responsible for the light changing and how we can organize it. Whereas he's like, get me a fucking ladder and a light bulb so I can change the goddamn light. And you're like, that's the problem, is the bureaucracy of everything has just gotten so out of control. It's stupid. I feel like I'm ranting quite a bit.
You need a permit to put a shed in your own backyard. Like, for Christ's sakes. Like, you know, like, you need to get your neighbor to agree to a fence. You need to, like...
This is why I think we should go back to just intimidation and violence. I think it was easier back then. Let's work on getting rid of racism. I think that's fair. but bring back intimidation and violence, so that way we can have a little bit of a mob element, maybe a warlord kind of thing. Not like it used to be. Look, not like it used to be. Back in the day, people stood by their word and their oath. They didn't give up anyone. Now, everyone is a goddamn snitch and should get cut. Snitches get stitches. That's how this works.
Everybody just needs to go relax in the forest. We'll have some bonfires. We will make s'mores. We will talk with the squirrels because they're a lot nicer than everybody else. We will go fishing and French kissing.
Whoa. Listen, okay? Now she's starting to freeze up, but she's eating something, so I'm going to talk. We'll see what happens. She's eating a muffin. Oh my God.
A blueberry muffin.
Such a pervert. See, this is the funny thing is, yesterday, a friend of mine came by and we had to be socially distanced away. That was an interesting thing. It was a little bit weird. But, you know, realistically, it was nice to talk to somebody
Dino's frozen.
thing. Like, this is a good way of talking to people.
But I like
She's frozen. I can't really hear her or anything.
It's from the backyard.
There we go. And now I'm going to get thrown back in. Hopefully. Let's see. You know what? Let me do
I'm going to get in trouble.
There we go.
I don't know why we didn't do this over Messenger, but no.
I feel like there are certain times in my life that doing this online is beneficial to Crystal. Because sometimes I just want to be like, shh, you know what? Yeah, I get it, okay? I'm not perfect. But
He wants to throw something at me or say something mean.
You know, I don't want to throw something at you. I want to
him.
throw something to your general vicinity. I think that's, you know, because throwing something...
In my direction.
Yeah, in your general direction, in your close by area, like, just missed you, I think would be okay. I think that's something we have to realize. Be like, I'm going to throw this really close to your face because I'm really angry. You know, it's when you hit somebody in the face that's what... It's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Are you...
No, that's a good thing.
I watched...
To throw it near them, to scare them.
I watched one of our episodes, and you were like, well... He may beat me, but at least he's not a rapist. I'm like, that's not a good thing at all. And I'm like, this is the problem though, is like we're convinced to feel a certain way about certain things, right? And like I remember
But why?
Well,
But why?
well, this was one of the things was I used to volunteer at an old age home for special events and stuff, and it was the old age home that Victoria's grandmother was in. And I'm like, I'm not going to go, like, help people because I'm terrifying, right? They'll think I'm the angel of death. But, you know, at first she's like, no, well, maybe. Yeah, that's possible. It's a good chance, you know? Me in the dark is not, like, you do not want to... I do a joke about this where I'm like, listen, let's be honest. If I saw myself in a dark alley, I'd probably piss my own pants. Like, that's like, I don't look normal, right? But...
I wouldn't. I'd be like, hey, dude, could you walk beside me? Just in case somebody scary comes out and pops up.
That's what makes you a great person, I'll be honest. Because you're like, hi, you're so innocent. You're like, hi, you look scary, but I'm going to hold your hand and dance. And it's like, what the fuck? It's very...
No, you get with this scary guy's friend. So that way he's got your back. Everybody's scared.
Oh.
I always make friends with the bully.
I see how it is.
So that way...
Make friends with the scary guy's friend, because scary guys don't deserve love. I see what you're playing at, lady.